Hi there, Stephanie here. I started doing some joint compounding and I thought, why not show you guys my technique? Now that I'm not a professional, I don't claim to be. I'm the least technical person you'll probably ever meet. So I just make up names for tools like that flat thing with a handle that you put joint compound on. I don't know what it's called, but that's how I roll. So I'm not going to give you the technical, professional version. I'm going to give you my version. And it's just what works for me. I have this corner here. It just needs a little bit of help. I'm going to take a corner tool, and if the junk on the floor permits, I'm going to come over to the corner and work it a little. The right side I already put some joint compound on, but the left side I did not, because I really wanted to find this tool. So I'm going to just get some joint compound on here, and then we'll work it a little bit. As you can see, there's a lot of globs that kind of went out to the side. I'm going to carefully knock those down. Maybe. Alright, I'm leaving that for now. The corner itself looks good, and it's just like a little ridge along the sides, so when it dries a little bit, you can just take your knife and knock it off that way too. There's a little nick right here. There's a holiday right there. Another little hole. I'm going to just smooth that out a little bit. We have some screw holes here. Here, and here. I actually hit those up already. I kind of just go until there's like some air pockets that come out. And once those smooth out, then I know I'm okay. So that's probably alright. These ones are already starting to dry. I did those a little earlier. I'm just going to hit that up again. Something going on over here. We'll hit that up too. There's a little holiday kind of thing going on over here too. There's a weird spot over here. There's a spot right next to it. I mean, I really could probably just skim coat this whole wall. It's a tiny nail hole or something of the sort right there. There's something right here. There's actually a couple more things right there. Basically, we'll probably end up skimming this whole wall. But I'm going to hit up the holes first. Little thing there. Little thing there. This wall I already started messing with. It's kind of a mess. There's a big low spot in the middle here and a bump there and a bump here. I'm actually not getting too close to that sill because it's a little gross. Like I said, there's a big bump there. So I'm going to try to add some in here. There's a low spot in here. So I'm just going to fill that in. I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna let that dry, and I'll probably end up skim coating this wall too. Alright, so it's been a couple hours. I'm gonna get to work on this. Basically, I've patched all my holes, and I just want to do a skim coat over this wall, so I don't really have a whole lot of work to do. When I'm done, all I really want to do is a light sanding, prime it, and get some paint up there. Most people will be using a bigger putty knife than this. I don't really feel like I have that much control over it when I use one that's big, but I will hit it up probably later in the process with the bigger one just to make sure things are smooth. I should even have this outlet off, and I don't. So let me take that off. Sometimes you don't have the tools you need, you gotta just make do. Before I actually get on the right side of the corner, I told you earlier we can just hit this up when it's dry to get off that ridge. So I'm gonna do that real quick too. That way I won't be fighting with it when I start over here. Alright, so that's ready to go. This one is ready to go. And get the ridges off in advance, it really helps the process be a little smoother. So, I think we're good. I'd actually switch over to that big one. Let's see what we can do with this baby. Yeah, you know what? It's a little better. Sometimes I like to be stubborn and use the tools I'm comfortable with. But sometimes stepping out of your comfort zone really helps move things along. When you're working, you really got to think about your body mechanics. You can avoid so many injuries if you're not reaching in weird positions. If you can keep things in a comfortable range of motion, you can really avoid a lot of problems. Weird little tidbit, but that is something to keep in mind when you're working. Get this guy out of here. It's a little bit in the way. Just like all this wood I'm tripping over. Cannot wait to be done with this. It's gonna be so nice to have the living room back. Alright, so I found a little ridge down here. I'm gonna hit it up with the other knife. I'm not going to get too close. There's a seam over here. I don't want to get too close to that because we're going to have to do some work with it later. And I don't want to have a big lump. So that's going to be able to be blended in. I'm going to keep it nice and thin over there. Actually, I'm keeping it nice and thin on the whole thing. It's just a skim coat. This is going to just keep the walls. It's going to just smooth them out and make them look like new walls. Didn't do all the way around that. I'm actually going to do that with the smaller knife. Just needed to reload a little bit. I'm gonna do this. I have some other stuff I gotta get going on, and then I'll come back and finish another wall, and then, you know, I have to kind of balance this kind of work with the other necessities around here. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Like I said, I'm gonna leave this for now. I gotta do that corner, this area under the window, the area under the other window. So I can only do what I can do right now. And I gotta just balance my other responsibilities with fitting a little bit of this in, doing the other chores around the house, fitting a little more of this in, doing some more chores and other responsibilities. So ends up being a little bit of a process, but it's worth it in the end. The walls are gonna look nice and smooth, and you know, the paint's just gonna go on that much better, and we'll be happy with the product in the long run.